Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to World of Tanks. I want to start out this video by wishing everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and lots of health and family time, I guess, is one of the most important things you can have in life, is have people close to you. And I hope you guys enjoy your holidays and have fun with your friends and family. So today we are looking at the PZ.Kpfw T15. This is a Tier 3 German light tank. This is a premium variant, and it is very inexpensive, so if you guys want to put a little money in the game, this is one of the cool ones. But that being said, you have to know how to play this thing, because when you buy Tier 3s, Tier 3 lights, when you play with them, you will find yourselves in Tier 5 games more often than not. Like probably half your games are going to be in Tier 5 games. So these things have pretty bad guns, so you have to learn how to play. This is a great way to learn how to play light tanks. I mean, you have to just hold your fire and spot your enemies, and this is the best Tier 3 spotting tank I find, because it has 350 meters of view range, which is better than all the other ones. Like, I think the closest one comes at 340 or 330. So this is the top-notch spotting tank, and it can do a nice job even at Tier 5 because it has such a nice view range. Now, I use a camo net and binoculars, and I also have a little camo kit there. This is a keeper for me. I bought this thing and I enjoy it. This is my Luke's crew here, by the way, so it's kind of my Luke's crew modifier that helps it level up, and I have 70% camo rating. So the things to know about this tank: it's very mobile, it goes pretty fast, it has 26 power to weight ratio, low penetration gun, I think it's 40 penetration or 41 penetration, and 40 average damage. So this thing has a really low DPM, one of the worst DPMs at Tier 3. But you know, one good thing about it is it has 10 degrees of gun depression, so you can use it on hills and be a hill warrior if you want. But this thing, by the way, does not have much armor, so use your speed to your advantage, and start the beginning of games doing some passive scouting if you can, and get yourself a nice bush and hold your fire for like a couple of minutes. And you know, depending on the adversary, sometimes you know they don't have the view range, and this thing can be really cool for that. You can shoot stealth with this thing, and I will show you in game coming up. Alright guys, in game with the T15. Now we are going to be reaching our top speed here pretty quickly. This thing goes 60 kph forwards, which is pretty cool. It goes really, really fast. It looks good, and also you can have his big brother there, the Luke's, man, that Luke's is so lucky to be in a Tier 4 game, by the way. So we're gonna go up here in this little bush, and I'm gonna be passive spotting. Really, not really passive spotting. I get a little bit itchy there, but I know this thing has such good view range and the nice camo values that I can actually shoot stealth with this thing pretty damn cool, especially in a Tier 4 game. Now, like I said, this thing does get into Tier 5 games a lot, but there are certain maps where you can do very, very well in the Tier 5 game with this particular Tier 3 light tank. With a 350 meter view range, you really have quite the advantage. Plus, you can, you know, move around and still keep a nice camo value with this thing. So here we are. This thing has no armor, the medium 3, and we are going to see the low alpha damage, doing 34 damage. Really, this gun is underwhelming, but has a nice rate of fire. And when you have soft targets, you can actually do pretty well. The aim time is really good. I think it's 1.7 or 1.9 seconds. Really nice aim time. You know, low tiers usually are pretty good for the aim time that you reload to also. So we are just holding up here, and I don't know if you noticed this, but we were out spotting the Lukes. We were getting this spotting on all these guys because we have such nice view range and a good crew. So I don't see much going on here. I'm thinking I should probably move soon enough, and I see my heavies on the left there actually moving. So I'm going to move up a little bit and try to spot the 1 and 2 lines. Usually there's some targets over there moving up, but being this, you know, this isn't late in game, but you know, the guys probably would have seen them already. But still, I'm going to wait here until my binocs and the camo net pop up, and this is what you new players have to do. You want to play light tanks, you have to play intelligently, watch the mini-maps, see what's going on around you, and being that we have puny guns, you have to know what to load. You know, having a few premium rounds is always a good idea. You don't shoot premium all the time, you know, once in a while you find a hard target, and you have to do so. So moving up here, I'm going to try to spot the arty. There are 3 arty And I'm a spotting guy. I like to spot targets, and this thing is pretty quick. So I'm moving up here, and they probably did spot me right there, but I have 3 targets in my view range, and a Hetzer in back there with a PZB2. And I'm gonna shoot that Sexton, just leading a little bit. This guy isn't really quick, so it's pretty easy. As you can see, the really low damage rolls this thing does. It's an average of 40, so I mean, 44 is a high roll there. It takes a long time to kill somebody with this thing, so you know, preferably don't go all alone on somebody unless you really know you can out traverse or out turret traverse the enemy, so he can't actually shoot you. This is what's going to happen right there. I got a little bit surprised there. There was an arty on my right here, a burst gun. This thing has a fully traversable turret. If ever you guys fight one of these, just be aware they can be stealth and turn their turret. So circle strafe that guy, finishing him off with my friend's help there. Spotting damage is pretty good. And you're gonna go cap around here and hide in this little bush. So as you can see there, we went pretty much across the map, spotted the whole side of the map, and had a couple of kills doing it and helping my friends do well with this mobility. And I have to, guys, you have to learn how to play these light tanks. I know it is hard to do so, but you have to play your tanks to your strengths, and this thing has nice view range. So most of the time you just sit in a bush, spot your targets, and wait for your opportunity. There is going to be an opportunity. Now I'm not saying you rush in and die. That's not an opportunity. You probably get 1 or 2 hits in, that's not good. You have to wait for your chances. And we have a little buddy, Nefarious. He's doing great, holding the enemies back here and making this perfect win for us, I guess. I mean, I'm just sitting there farming some cap points with 2 of my buddies, and the game is over. So let's go see the post-game stats. Alright, here we are end game with a Mastery Badge, Sharpshooter, Master Gunner, and Fire for effect with 4,000 XP. This is ×3 with premium account. But 536 damage with 2 kills and 747 XP, which is a lot for a tier 3 game, isn't it? 7 guys spotted, 414 spotting damage, and you can see the accuracy on this gun is pretty good. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you did. More videos like this one coming up next week.